puppet. Is there much else to do besides just go straight? Nope, that's the wrong tab. Hello, Spooter. Cursed emotes? What, you talking about the glue? I was not the one who was at... I was not the one who was at... Don't Yavi, okay? There was like 4 people asking me for it. I did cave, eventually. You really missed it. Was it Friday or what was it? It was Thursday or Friday. Everyone was really enjoying it. That didn't overlay. I don't know. It looks fine for me. I mean, it does. It looks not fine, but like it's working. Good Friday. Yeah, it was probably Friday then. Yeah. Because it was while I was doing Diablo. I think. Okay, let's ignore the glue. And just look at Cusin because it's the next thing to do. So there are no extended dex puppets. We got defense Mima. Wait, I have that thing. Wait a second. Defense Tokiko. Nature Saturn, new might. Nope, everything should be the exact same. It's defense, right? It's defense Tokyo. Extra Lyrica. Both the fun Kasumes. Just in defense, and it's extra Koish. Imposter? Who, me? No. Why are you implying that I'm the imposter? Unfortunately, you're not level 70 yet, so we can't inner power us sweep, which would probably be very good here. So, sounds different today. I have not had anyone else bring it up so far. What am I doing? What am I doing? Buttons. Are you sure your audio system isn't messed up? I get Brave Song until 63. I get Merry Dance, but I don't get any other special attack boost until 63. So the one advantage I guess Merlin has is you get tuning right away. You get Brave Song later, but you get tuning at least immediately. I could go 63, but then I can't use her for any other fight in the split. Not that I probably would anyway. Well, actually, you can't really do this anyway, because air stamp. The doy. Also, you're 4 times weak to electric. Not that it actually has an electric move anyway. Okay, the Tojiko. I mean, I feel like the answer is just kind of Mima, right? Like, Mima's so good this fight, broadly speaking. She's honestly kind of not as good as Kwakuma was, because the Changeling is all the Changelings are super effective, and the Kasumes are good against me, and the Mima's good against me. So she's definitely a bit awkward. That being said, like, what's Tochiko's attack? I mean, base 80, no attacks involvement. What's Mima's base def? Base 70? I mean, I'm an 80-70. A base 70 power move. You're neutral. I'm like max. Even no investment. I'm what, 70, 80-70. Super effective. I mean, it's currently showing me like 34-ish. There's a chance I have like a slight bump by like 30-ish. It's not stab either. Like, it shouldn't be doing that much to me. Right, I have you. Does this Megamoo ever get, like, an attack boosting move? No. Makes sense, though. She's a good baton passer. Or puppet baton pass, too, though. You don't necessarily need to pass speed. Decent with Renosuke because you can actually play physical or special. Okay, anyway, back to the Tochiko. So, I mean, I probably just lead Mima. Because Mima's broad... Because what's electric and sound on the Lyrica, right? Base 85. What's your... What's a tight matchup? None of those are... Yeah. Nether doesn't have a ton of resist. So I think Mima just cooks this fight. And then it's kind of just building around that. Let's look at the Koishi, because the Koishi's like the only offensive threat on the whole team. Torsion Bomb, Flower of Hell, Dancing Sword, Trickster. That's not Koishi, that's Koishi. Torsion Bomb hits normally. Flower of Hell, Dancing Sword. Dancing Sword is the fighting attack. So stance, that's fine. The Trickster's priority. So... we're looking at Warped, Fighting, and Illusion. Obviously, a Void Puppet could in theory go off. But it'd have to be it'd have to be Void something else. I don't have anything in that regard. I mean, physically defensive you is honestly probably not bad. Your favorite peach drink powder? Name of inferior lemon. I hope you recover from this tragedy soon. It's time for the Kosuzu. No. Otherwise, it's just Nether and Illusion. I mean, Nether's really good. Not Nether and Illusion. Nether and Steel, but Steel's bad. Yeah, Steel's bad for a few reasons. And you're not physically bulky. Otherwise, I do have a lack of Nethers. I mean, you kind of work, right? Warped is bad into Dart? Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me just double check, yeah. Because you're immune to fighting, Illusion's resisted, and Warped is resisted. So you're not the most physically bulky thing in the department, but you are good for bulk. I feel like that's just the kind of the best line to this. Base 130 attack and 130 HP? What's its ability? Active? That's just it can't be put to sleep, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, it can't be stopped. It's not sleeping this. Ooh. So then we're just kind of like fill in the blank, fill in the blank, fill in the blanks. Unfortunately, traps are difficult as long as Mima exists, and it is impossible to trap Mima. Not that I have a trapper to begin with. So, like, there are a lot of things that become awkward here. Let's look at the Mima, because it's kind of the biggest threat outside of the Koichi. It's Ghost Wave, Lapis, that's just Nether and Dark. Ideally something that's poison or steel, so it's immune to poison. Unfortunately, it's impossible to resist both Nether and Dark. Unless you have an ability for it, and my only ability for it is here. But you'd still be neutral to Dark. Nether's obviously the stronger of the two here. Can't be you. What's up here? I mean, you're not terrible. Are you particularly good, though? I don't know, Lazy Mist is pretty good this fight, I think. Good, Lazy Mist is just really solid this fight, the more and more I look at it. I mean, you're probably good. You can, like, stall it out. You're immune to poison, neutral to special attacks. I mean, surely they don't do that much. What's Mima? I mean, Mima's base 110. She has no stat investment, though. What's, Ghost Wave is base 80. What's my base per def? 75. I just don't see it doing that much because it's base 80. It's like doing a quarter and then I can like just like wear it off. So I feel like Aaron is good for that. Unless there's something else that stands out. It's the official stream of Russian municipality, Stalingrad. No, that's down the corner. Not the corner, down the hall. Right, I forgot to have you. What else is Nether bad into? Literally sound and light. You can't really do light here, so it'd have to be sound. Is it really sound of all things? You're someone who can come in. Panic Call is also a good thing this fight. I mean, there's the Kasumes. What are the Kasume's offenses? 90s attack. Both Will-O-Whispers. Fortunately, Light is just an awkward type to have this fight. That's against the Lyrica. I feel like you're just solid against the Lyrica if I need to. I can get you even for like one value pit. Really good. I feel like most of this fight's on Mima's shoulders. And it's up to all the others to kind of help out. I mean, Ranshima has a world. where after enough chip, if she comes in, she just kind of kill everything. Unfortunately, basically everything on this team is a special attacker, except the Koishi, but I can already have a Koishi answer. At this point, I'm kind of just looking for something for the Kasumes. I think you're good. Definitely change your ability. Changing your ability is really good, because like 4 of the puppets you have Changeling. We have a poison type, which is good. I mean, I could bring you... I don't know exactly what you do. I mean, you do threaten Trap, but Trap is not that realistic of a thing this fight. You're good here. Do I ever commit to the specially defensive one? Because the specially defensive one being immune to burn... He's good against the Kasumes. That being said... I kind of already have you. Although you're not necessarily as good against the Kasumes broadly. Sure, how many bosses you slay today? Sure, you can put your guesses. Do I bring you back out? I think I'm fine to bring you back out. Something like this. It's kind of not as flushed out of it. Let's go for 58. It's kind of not like the most fleshed out game plan, but this fight is just... Like, this fight is just very slow. And you just want a team that can play a very slow, or you have a constant answer to things. Like, there's a lot of burns, poisons. This is why Aaron's kind of... Like, I have the Hakadia, if I need it at some point. You can't really rely on Smash Spin for trap clearing here, because Koishi exists. The fight is designed in a smart way. Like, it is set up well. Everyone has stats invested, right? Yes. Fire type skill. The only fire type skill is Will-O-Wisp, which you're already immune to, I believe. So I might as well keep this to reduce the damage of Changeling. And worst comes worst against Koishi. Oh, you're never coming in against Koishi anyway. I mean, this literally doesn't do anything, though, because there's no fire attacks. I'd rather just have a Peace Spirit, in case you need to do something against Mima, briefly. I don't really want Melancholic. Restraint is actually kind of good here. Emergency Cure is also potentially good. Invalidate is interesting. Validate lets you come in on the Mima, but you don't have a trap. Also, it also doesn't let you come in the Mima, because your type is rough anyway. So I'd rather just have the consistent healing. I think this moveset's fine. Those stat modifications, that doesn't matter. There's no buffs on the enemy team. These are immune to fighting. That doesn't do anything. See if I want Supernatural Border, and you have Curse Return, which is the most important thing. So what are your moves? This is the most important thing. What do we have? We have Elmo, Poltergeist, Thunder Force, First Aid. We don't need Thunder Force. Scorn is honestly kinda tempting. Birch is 15. Changeling's 15. Stealth Weapon's 20. Air Stamp. And it's probably just fine. I kind of like having two potential outs for healing purposes. Spreading weak is good. I can't click weak here because the opposing Mima exists. What do you currently have besides some mysterious liquid? Lazy Mist is good. Poison Trap, Supernatural. I think this is just a good enough moveset. Switches abilities. The advantage you get in Curse Return. Not against the Mima directly. A Sand Team is kind of interesting. I do like Lazy Mist. Hold on, is Heavy Range is good? Just really good? Do I go Heavy Rain? I don't think I want Protect. I'm kind of tempted to go Toxic Hate. Problem is Mima does resist poison is an annoying thing. But I kind of like this set, I think. And then obviously you take the Jar of Poison. I think this is just fine moveset. I mean, Black Hole's also interesting, although you can't really use it against Mima. Again. Hole's really interesting. Black Hole plus Restraint is kind of quirky. First Aid, Mind Trap, Backdraft, Chrome Ray. Is there anything else I want on you? Like, Smash Spin is kind of tempting. Just Poison Bomb just to fish. Honestly, because I think I would do want Flashover over Backdraft. I think we're just banking on the fact that stuff never does come down. I mean, I'm probably never clicking Chrome Ray this fight, so I can do this, I think. Poison Bomb is good in Koishi. It's kind of just good broadly, give it a chance to, chance for chippage. By chippage, I mean with poison. With Changeling Curse Reversal. Is that just fine? I think it's probably just fine. So who wants what? And 2 leftovers and a life charm. You don't need either of them. So instead... kind of down to give you a small bit. Or do I give you actually... small bit's probably just fine. I'm giving you the small bit. Ooh, no, give you a small bit. You don't need protect. That's probably fine. You. What do you want for your item? Like the fact that you have multiple forms of healing on you. I'm almost tempted to give you the capture rope to sway changeling. You take the other ration, maybe. You can take the life charm. And you can take... how fast is defense Tojiku? Not Tojiho, Tokiko. Base 80. Just give you the capture rope. Boy, I sure hope this goes well. This fight is so cringe. Like, it's not even innately the hardest fight in the game, it's just tedious. At the very least, having a curse return takes a lot of strain off of this fight. Make sure to probably tie your shoes before heading out. Maybe I should go back and check. Listen, I'll just believe in the Mima. Maybe we can go make it with Alice real quick. Get wiped. Anything could happen. I think we'll be fine. This is definitely not the scariest fight in the split by any means. Honestly, might be the easiest, but just because it might be the easiest doesn't make it not potentially the most annoying. Because the AI has thrown into Curse Return before by clicking Stealth Trap on me, and so that would make my day if the AI was willing to just do that. I think I just want to Elmo just to start knocking things off. This is annoying. It is also annoying that she outspeeds me. It's gonna be into something to... okay, there goes her food rations. I hate you. Okay, well, we're gonna have to deal with Stealth Trap. Is it Narumi or is it... I got three main choices here. You're foolish fool of a took. And I got the burn, nice. That's why I did the 30%. See if I can't hit the additional 30%. That's 2 purchases. There's the heavy burn. PB saw you already. What do you mean not already? Have you seen this fight? Can't do that. Nice crit. I wish the capture rope did what Restrain did and stopped them from switching out, like, manually. Capture rope W. It's good here. It's just not quite the sauce. Because if it stopped her from swapping out like Restraint did, then I would just click Mind Trap and Smash Spin right now. Is there ever a world I go into you then because of this? Right now? Here's why Backdraft is so good here too, is because getting burns on an attack skill is really important. She messed up. She can't swap now. So now I can get traps up. Something happened. Something has happened, Game Glitcher. Look! The Tokigo is dead! This is insane! Starship Paranoid Thermit Changeling. This is a kind of a weird swap. Let's just click my Earth skill and try to do a gajillion damage to you? Like, what are you threatening with me? Thermit? These fools. She can't handle the restraint. So I thought Game Glitch would be happy with this. You know, this is a T with 4 Changeling. I know how much Game Glitcher loves swaps. Especially clears hazards before the damage step. Oh, spin blocking does not exist? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Good to know. Ha ha ha! Nice miss, you idiot! Okay, this is the one thing we did not want to happen. Gulp. Not too much. Like, do like 30%. That's about 30%. Hmm. Why are you clicking Trickster? This AI is struggling. Not that I'm complaining. First reversal strats. Actually, I guess the Trickster makes a little bit of sense because I outsped her. I didn't actually realize I outspeed her. Actually, is it a speed tie? Because I thought she outsped me turn 1. Also, nice death drop. Okay, so the Mima and the 2 Kasumes left. The Memer. I don't want to gamble on an Eye of Lapis. I mean, I should live an Eye of Lapis from here. That being said, I don't think there's any need to gamble it. Can't lose from here. I think it's for her from here. I think the restraints were too much. Okay, this is where I'm glad. Also knocked off her food rations earlier, so she doesn't have the healing. This is where I'm really glad that I grabbed Lazy Mist, because we just gotta get the 30%. Bushy's first search spot was on Switch turn. Oh, that would make sense, yeah. Just gotta hit the 30%. No rush to hit the 30%, like it doesn't matter. It's just the quicker we do it, the quicker we win the fight. Okay, yeah, let's do another one. Finally, let me rip another Heavy Rain. To make sure she doesn't swap into something. If she does swap into something, so it gets trapped. Yeah, this is actually pretty quick. This is actually going pretty quick for this fight. Yeah, I got restrained pretty quick. I'm surprised it's not trying to click Ghost Wave or Eye of Lapis. Not that it would do that much. Can I get a week? Like, I wasn't going to play but 4 in a row without getting a 30%. Is a little... No, this isn't even supposed to be a PP stall. The moment I get the 30% for a week, it's not a PP stall. I just gotta fucking hit a 30%. So you're looking at the burns. That is true. I was quite fortunate with the burn luck. I got a burn on the first try. It was like the 3rd try as well. Can we, like, hit a burn? Not burn a week. For Drought? You can't use Drought. This thing has Curse Return. It'll bounce the Drought back at you. Listen, I would have clicked Poison Trap 5 hours ago, this fight, if I had the chance. But this Mima sitting here. Yeah, this raid is just gonna run up first aids. Hey! There we go. She has no choice but to attack. Nice crit. Oh, the crit into fear. The fear doesn't really matter. You're so fucking cool. Ram, she has like Lazy Mist. She doesn't really want to swap at this point. Not that it would matter. If Sphere could stack, it would quarter damage. Dude, what are these crits? Hello, Mima? The Mima attack that got crit fear into nothing into crit. Defense. This is the fire one. No, this is the water one. Like Storm, Lazy Mist, Will-O-Wisp, Changeling. Just to make my life a little potentially easier long term, let me click this real quick. Also mentioned both these Kasubis have a bit. This one's got the small bit, and the other one's got the giant bit. What the bride forms do? They're just skins. They don't have anything special. Every character in this game has alternate skins. They're purely cosmetic. Yes, keep clicking your changeling. Changeling forever now, yep. Gives you your surface area only, yep. Although I'm currently running an enemy or a wild puppet randomizer, and all enemy trainers have randomized skins. The puppets they have are static, but they have randomized skins. Fine. You know what? Let me just do this. I click my water move there and actually just kill her in one hit. Although I am sphered, it'd probably still kill. I should have had the fire resist! Fuck, you have the small bit because you're a little rat. Doesn't matter. You don't threaten. You cannot kill me. Nice swap. Honestly, this is probably the quickest I've ever seen this fight go. I have a lot of water weeks. Go into Mima. Doesn't matter. I never die to a bloody storm. Not that she clicked it anyway. Yeah, that did like 30. Bloody Storm's dealing double. It's actually doing just under double, I think. I can wait and fish all day. 'Cause... we'll hear in a few months, that is, if I ever get to it. Why are you still alive? This is gonna hurt me with some guts, yeah. Listen, it requires me to beat the Elite Four, which is difficult. I don't actually know if I'll kill you in one hit from here, because you are very specially bulky. So let's just go back into my Go Aaron. And then we'll just go Plant Konko. I've been burned! A little too late, I feel. Also, I cleanse my stats conditions on swap anyway. It's a big roadblock of the entire game. It's the biggest roadblock of the late game. Like, I'd say, like, still, like, you know, Remy is, massive. Remy's a bigger threat in terms of the fact that, like, you kind of, like, have to fight it, right? Like, early. So you'll see it a ton. Oh! Second fight of the split. Okay, let's go fight Konko. This fight gets the combat handbook, which doesn't do anything, especially since I already have one. And the only time the combat handbook might be somewhat useful is potentially the Elite Four, and that's it. So, the bad news about this fight, it's Suwako. The good news, it's only 5 puppets. So, I'm gonna close everything for the old one. Boop, 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 boop. So we got Speed Slug. Oh, let's grab the extra puppets. Power Mega Moon, Defense Kaimata. Speed Slug. Extra Suwako. What's the Konako? Extra Konako. Yeah, I have experience with that thing. So... Unstable Horizon, Wind Wave, Unknown Flare, Mind Trap. So, kind of the most obvious lead again here is Mima. Dude, well, here's one thing that's really weird about this fight. I'm going to comment on this one again. If we look at a lot of these fights, look at this. 54, 55, 56, right? Let's look at this fight, right? 55, all across the board, 57. 56, 57, all 57, 59, right? Like, everything's usually, like, fairly close min to max. She starts with a 54, and then she goes up to, like, 54, 55, 56, 58. Like, the gap in level here is big, even across the team itself. So, I think we just lead... Like I was saying, I think we lead with Mima because of the anti-Mind Trap stuff. And I can hopefully threaten something. I could probably just click Elmo on one. I am at risk of getting, like, wind waved to death, is the biggest concern, I feel. Like, flinched. So, let's just look at the individual things. So, let's look at Konako. Obviously, traps of my own are good this fight. Although, they're not as good as you might hope. So, it's Metallurgy. Got Fighting, Wind, and Light coverage. Kind of hard to get things really good here. Power Aya. Good news about Power Aya. The very next fight we do has Power Aya. But we're not worried about that right now. Anyway, what was I saying? So, fighting wind. Fighting in wind is kind of awkward because the two types really pair well with each other. Obviously, you kind of want to pick a light almost, but then light gets hit by or nether gets hit by light. Obviously, poison, but then dude, fighting and wind are good coverage with each other. Okay. Pay attention. Lock in. Electric is like the only thing that really stands out, unless I have a warped nether puppet, but I don't have one of those. Use Bonky, that's fine, right? Like something that's warped that also resists. The problem is you're weak to light. You don't even offset the wind weak because you're part fighting. I mean, you're not bad. You get perch by now. This thing can set up. I would honestly use potentially defense Nue. No, you're prep poison, never mind. Surely my wind moves are threatening, is what I say, but then I realize you have 130 Spadef. What is common senselessness? Or type immunities when attacking. It's whatever. We don't care. I mean, you're not terrible because you resist both of her stabs. Fortunately, you're not that bulky. You're weak to fighting, which is sad. I'm just thinking one of you guys. $75, 102. What are you looking at? You have good HP. Just because I gave you HP. I'm gonna go Mega Boo. I might honestly bring both. Sorry, Shion. Defense Kaimata. Thing has Empowered, which is boosts damage. Annoyingly. Shingyoku. I almost brought Shingyoku to the last fight. I'm kind of like stalling on Shingyoku because like I either commit to physically defensive or specially defensive, so I'm kind of waiting till I need it. Evil Crushing Arrow, Armor Pierce, Overtake Strike, Wind Javelin. So that's what? Light, Steel, Wind, Physical Department. Fortunately, Steel is bad for my girl Yuka. I say Light, Steel, Wind. I mean, a Warp Puppet stands out. You are a special Warp Puppet, though. But you're back to being neutral to Steel is kind of your sad thing. So I really do not have good warped puppets for this. Unless I want to evolve you with the warped form, but I don't think I want to do that. Light Steel Wind. Is there anything else that, like otherwise that is particularly good? Steel of my own. Steel that doesn't get bodied by light. I don't know. Were there really no bulky Yumikos? There's just some coverage I am really lacking. Light's banned to illusion. Wind's banned to electric. What's the Nue? Power Nue? It's not even that bulky. I click telescopic infernos. Yippee. Wait, I do have you. Like, surely I don't take infinite damage from Armor Pierce. I have healing. I can go full physical bulk. Maybe I'll split, who knows. I kind of forgot I have you. Resist wind. You also resist light. Power Megawoo. This thing is running Stormcloud's Eye, Swift Air Raid, Brave Burst, Starred Flare. Did I say Swift Air Raid, Stormcloud's Eye? Those are just special electric. Brave Burst, Star Flare. Am I blind? Where's Star Flare? The light move, right? Oh, there it is. The Brave Burst. Is fighting. Does Mega Move's item do again? Heavy makes immune to traps. Good old heavy duty boots, my go. So, electric, wind, fighting, and light. That's a lot of coverage. Electric and wind obviously being the big one. So an electric type of my own is pretty good. I'll use my own thing. You're not bulky, though. Electric, wind, fighting, and light. You're fine. I mean, honestly, you're not terrible. You just kind of do Kaguya things, right? Okay, extra Suwako. Is this just my extra Suwako answer? So this one has Poison Stream, Time Screw, Acid Tears, First Aid. I mean, I feel like it's just you, right? Honestly, Eden is not even that bad, although being neutral to poison kind of sucks. It's definitely not the play, although having Heavy Rain is good. Dude, the Momiyos, it doesn't matter which Momiyo, whether it's extra or speed, they're always the anti-Suwako puppet. So then what's my other thing? Probably something to help with the Sanai matchup. Or just something that's kind of roughly fine. Maybe something that gets traps down in some way. Because you're a mind trapper. But otherwise I don't have a stealth trapper. See, there's you. But you really can't come in against much. I don't hate you. Because you can kind of come in against Megumi, Kaimata, Kaneko. You can kind of come against everything. And not really be super threatened. You kind of have the potential of just existing as a pivot. Someone use this peculiar creature. Look at that smug face. It's either that or you. I'm gonna go with the Narumi. I think 59 here. Did I give Kikori PP before? And I do need to hand out some stats to Kikori. Yes, she does have them at least. So you need stats. You also want healing power. So what's Kikori's base stats? $90, 85, 100 on the bulk. Go max HP. Do I just go full Fizz Def? Going to. Grace of Mana. Let's just go through things one at a time. Can't use Electro moves against the Speech Slug. This is kind of funny in the world that you can come in against the Kaneko. Like emergency. Deal out speed. That moveset's probably just fine. What about you? What about you? Waves of Earth, not bad. Protect is also quite good. What are your abilities? What's Koru? Mix of items and abilities. The only problem with this idea is, like... In theory, Koru's interesting, because I could click that and then just start clicking Earth skills. But she has 3 fucking puppets that are immune to Earth. She's 3 wind puppets. I just don't see that ever. Poison Body is good for things that switch into me. What do you get down here? If you got Drought, that'd be pretty cool. I don't really care about Upbeat here. That being said, if I get rid of Waves of Earth, I can't damage anything else. It's awkward. Obviously, you are my Jar Poison. So you're for the Mega Moo. You have Great Mana, you have Supernatural Border. Mega Moo, neutral to light. Yes, because it has up tempo, not absorbent. Scrap Star Flare, it's weaker, but it is, secondary effect's kind of cool. Ghost Wave is also tempting. Do I care about status conditions? I don't think so. And getting burns on anything is kind of hot. So I think this moveset's just fine. Power Spot in case I want to switch other things in. Okay, what about you? You're for the Kaimata. You have your own healing. I don't really like Gravity Blast myself. Don't really like this. It also doesn't do anything against this enemy. What am I more aggressive on? Special effect or special attack? My offensive options are rather limited, aren't they? I don't know how much you care about Protect. But if not, what the hell am I clicking? Chrome Ray? Chrome Ray kind of invites the Konako in, though. What are you here for again? You're here for the Kaimata, not the Mega Moo, right? If you're here for Kaimata, then I want Dark. Am I really fucking clicking Bad Moon? I don't really have much else to click. Am I just running that questionable moveset? What about you? Well, on the special attack, I don't even want. So we have electric. I think this is just a great moveset. I think there's any. I mean, purple lightning. Ooh, we got the setup sweep. You're never breaking through the Suwako. And then your kit. Probably just fine. I was clicking Dark Moves, that invites in Suwako. Son of a beach! What's bad against light, or light's bad against void, right? No, it's neutral. Okay, items. Obviously, you have the poison. Who wants the leftovers? Probably you? Hello, Flareon And who? Give one to you. All Mega Move's base attacks are 80 or with 190. So the bits don't do anything. Rosary, so we don't get hit. Give you the other ration. I'm gonna put the life charm on you. Is that right? And then I'm gonna put an amulet on you. And then maybe just put an amulet on you. But I'm definitely a bit more concerned going into. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. It's not even the Suwako. Like, I don't think the Suwako is a single concern. I hope. I'm more just concerned about the latter part of my party. Hello, Slug. I'm gonna start with an Elmo. Okay, something's getting knocked off. It's good. Right. So, I mean, that's gone. I don't have to worry about it. You have no setup. Don't take 18 billion. Actually, the more and more I look at it, the more and more Narumi matches up really well into this. That did not do 18 billion. Although that wasn't your steal move. Okay. Taking some damage. Not bad, it's gonna hurt. That did a lot of damage. I mean, I guess I have she has a really high base attack. Pizza is only 70 on special bulk, so it's not even that bulky. Get fucked. AI's throwing. It's already over. We already won. Do I Elmo? Do I Ghost? Ghost is better if she goes back into Kamada. Elmo's better into everything else. Well, is that even that true? About Ghost being better if she goes into Kaimata? This thing has no healing, by the way. Only leave for her hard, the rest of the game is easy. Yeah, we've never lost to anything else. She's gonna go back into Slug. Nope, into Suwako, okay. Breaking the chain. If she swaps on my swap, I'm gonna poop my pants. So the thing about Mind Trap is it is kind of bad here. It only affects the Suwako and the Kaimata. It is awkward overall. How much is the Jojuri doing? Come on, please, please, please. 30%. 30% poison. Give me the poison. Please. That's a lot. Nice crit. Okay, you know what? I'll take the crit, no poison. Don't do 18 billion? Her strongest move into me? That did actually nothing. I was expecting to do like 80. What the fuck? This is gonna be Suwako. You ready for this? I love this game! That's 2 acid tiers. I guess I should count your PP, because yours is the one that's relevant. What half our team is immune to, because the poison one doesn't do anything. Or because the problem is I don't have a good poison move. Is the better way to put it. And if I run a poison move, she goes into Kaimata anyway. Is the other issue with that. What did I just do what just happened last turn? I'm gonna click some Mind Traps. Okay, here comes the Kanakusi. Yep, see you. Over-leveled. Yep, this is what I call an over-level, yep, Okay, Curse, yep, Does make some sense. But outspeed you. At +1, and, Spinning Air. Probably gonna hurt. It's not gonna kill. Hopefully it's a 2-shot. It is 2-shot. Hopefully she doesn't kill me in 1 here. Here goes her 1 form of Life Charm. Light Jab, we eat this. We eat that. Num num num. Delicious. Okay, this is gonna bait into Suwako. Nope, I lied. I don't know why. She could have gone to something to not take any damage. Get a little bit of chip heal. I can't stay in. Theoretically, I could click Lightning Speed and outspeed it and swap out, but this thing has Overtake Strike, and I don't want to take an Overtake Strike. Yep, there's the swap on my swap, because we've done that matchup before. How fast is Suwako? He's 60, it's pretty slow. I mean, at what point does Gravity Blast just pound her in the ass? How fast is Power Kickery? Not fast enough to ever outspeed. Got it, never mind. That's the 3rd acid tier. 3 acid tiers and 1 poison stream. Let's get the final trap down. Just to have it. Did you do the Kosuzu only challenge? Probably never. Okay, that's 1 first aid. The other nice thing about this Frenzy Jojuri is that it has 100. Yeah, I mean, it has 20 power points. Okay, Sanai's dead. Just sacked Sanai. So traps are no longer on the table. What was the purpose of that. Force her out again. Megamoo, unfortunately... Well, she's a wind puppet, so she would be immune to my traps anyway. I hope she clicks focus movement here. Makes sense. Why do I always think that Suako's is Earth? She's not part Earth. She outsped me from here. I didn't realize she outsped me from 1-to-1. I guess that's good. I guess it was last time she just... She has base 95, yeah, and I didn't have a boost. Never punished by getting crit. Okay, Megamoo, I'll say at +1, I don't even know if I outspeed with the lightning speed, so let's, Is there any reason to give myself HP? No, because this thing's never coming out unless it's to be sacked. I think I did outspeed because she's probably... No, she didn't swap on my swap. That does nothing to me. Why would you use the skill that does nothing? We could do the skill that does not quite nothing. Here comes Suako. Only one wind puppet left, too. Second or third first aid. Yeah, instant clicking moves at random cope, yeah. Oh! I've been wounded! How many time screws does she have? 20, probably? Fuck, she has 20 time screws. Get in. Sit back, relax, enjoy the stars. Go ahead and look at the stars with me. 2 in the afternoon, there are no stars. It's actually 8 right now. Quick weaken her. If I had Drought, I would have grabbed Drought over Frenzy Jojiri, but I don't have Drought. What is Waves of Earth's secondary effect? Small chance for accuracy. Yawn! Here comes the swap. Into the Mega Woo. Use weakens against these stall puppets because first of all, I did use weaken in the last battle, and it worked out well. But there is some natural problems with it, and one of the biggest problems is, let's say I have Drought. Let's say my Momio had Drought right now, which just weakens the opponent. If I click Drought on the turn, I click Drought, she's just going to swap into something else, to like this thing where the Drought doesn't matter. And that does, or even inverse healing. Yes, that's the fire terrain, or is it a weather? I think it's actually a weather. Suzaku, I think. And even puppets with Suzaku. Not always the best matchups into something like this Suako. It's a terrain, okay. Let me see what gets Suzaku. Just for this. Power Frenzy Jury and its massive PP. You can do that all day, because guess what? You're gonna run out. You can't swap. she goes into will get pounded. Nice crit. Assist Shingyoku gets it. That's actually a good bulky puppet of my own to potentially counter bulk. That could hurt you too unless you have an ability to ignore its effects. Is that true? This just says, it just says healing effects cause harm. It doesn't say it has a passive effect. Just saying you're on here. Oh, that's what you meant. You're gonna die in one hit, surely. Let's just boost this process up slightly. Defense Sagume gets Suzaku. Damn, dude. I just want to get Defense Sagume on a run. I want the Sagume starter. Someday I'll get Sagume as my starter. Or I'll just get a Sagume, period. Another problem, though, that a lot of Suzaku users do find themselves in, I'm kind of like looking through the list, is not many of them are bulky. So the problem is, it's like, say, like, I have a puppet that comes in on, like, this thing right now. But then what, right? Like, this thing hurts me with a poison skill if I'm not, like, resistant to it. Like, Momio's quad-resistant here. And so, you just kind of end up in this really awkward position. How are your Hime get to? That's interesting. So I feel like Defense Sagume quite potentially a good counter to some things like this. Finally! Oh, finally! Progress! I didn't hit the... If I would have hit the 30% the first time she was in, this would have been over from the get. You know what? Fuck you. Okay, well, to be fair, the list I'm using doesn't have the extended puppets. Is there a skill that heals the enemy? And then just so you can set up Suzaku. You're out! You're out of wind puppets now, you piece of shit. Ladies and gentlemen, We got him. Okay, on to the next one. On to Power Aya. And Choice Earring Parsi, Choice Belt Maribel. We got our first Speed Renko. And unfortunately, I don't have Chen this time. That being said, I could theoretically use Bruner Weather, let Maribel play the game. No! Well, if I can. So obviously, I could lead Invalidate Byakuran to invalidate the Renko's Stargazer ability. The problem is, she's probably going to get the weather down at some point, simply due to the nature of the fact that she's probably going to swap. So, there is a real world that we, wait, your thing ignores ability. Fuck, it does ignore item. I was hoping. There is an ability that ignores items, right? Oh, or something of them cones doesn't matter because that's turn 1. Like, by the time you've clicked it, she's already set up her stuff. I swear there's an ability that... We can look at the Tenchi, it's on screen anyway. An idea... is you... Because if I can click Heavy Rain on one, and that'll force one of two things. She stays in and clicks Dust Storm, in which case she gets trapped. Or she doesn't, or she like swaps, and she doesn't get her shit off. I'd love you, but you're weak to Moonbow. Oh, let me pop this up real quick. Let me get the puppets. Let me get the list of puppets up. So it's obviously Speed Renko, my goat. Power Maryberry. Speed Konagara. Power Shalissa. Power Aya and Extra Parsi. Overwhelm, yes, that's what I'm... See, I felt like there was an ability. Who gets Overwhelm again? So I'm pretty sure I have someone. Can I use Charms? I do have the Ichirin. Yumiko! What's Renko's base speed? 75. She is Green Mark, max speed. I wish you were faster. Wish you were slower. Yeah, dude, look at these fucking stats, bro. Yeah, this thing has a base 90 attack anyway, so it definitely does hurt. Plus, if I don't trap her on 1 anyway, I'd still run the same problem of... Curiosity... There is a lack of... poisons on this team. I kind of like the idea of leading with Aaron. I do wish that Aaron got a weather that wasn't just Dust Storm. Swap ability. I'll get outsped on turn 1. Then switch out that also prevents weather. Yeah, but if we can mainly set our own weather later, because hold on, let me... Where are the other trappers? I don't have any fire trapper. Obviously, the water trapper I have is Erden. There's Letty. There are 2 different Lettys I could use. There's also defense Ichirin still. That has heavy rain at default. Yo, you don't get a weather though. All the Lettys get this actually. What are the other traps? Is there any other trapping moves? I should not type 20 in. Luminous Realm TM, that's true, right? Where do you get that? Because I sure don't have it. There's an Earth version of this, which I know Yuka has, but Yuka's not necessarily have the bulk for this. I know there's the one Void move that, there's the one Void move that like cleanses weather, but isn't that like not accessible? Defense Tenchi, if only I had Defense Tenchi. Well, there's Great Tornado. Pretty sure there is... I know there's a dark version. Nope, not Dark Innocence. Infinite Darkness. The Wind Weather Clear is also post-game. Nice. Save it at the Tenchi. No one will know. Quick, look over there. Nekigramma. I have cis taters. You don't get Great Tornado till 70? Why? Why can't you learn at a reasonable level? Oh, you'd be so good into this thing, too. You'd outspeed... you'd be weak to fucking warp. Never mind, you suck ass. Beam Dance's Geyser Control Center, that's great. Return is the multi-win move, well, never mind that either. Defense Heck, but Heck is kind of not something I can run here. This Bonky is definitely not something I can run here. Defense Mima. Probably not something for now. Okay, it's probably one of the Lettys. I think every Letty will work. So which one do I want to do? Because they all get it. No, it can't do Power Letty, because Power Letty doesn't get it till 70. Power Letty gets at 42, so I can do Extra or Defense. You know how much I love Defense Letty. Although, we all know how great my Letty is. Great stats you've ever seen. Come on. Heals with 50 BP or less. It's an interesting ability. Wait. Wait, doesn't wariness just stop Aya from existing? It's got a frenzy and strike. Wait, doesn't wariness just stop her entirely? Oops, I closed, Oh, but that does suck, because I love my defense Letty. Potentially get a trap down, though. Okay. Do you have PP on you? Yes. Wait. The whole reason I was gonna... Hold on. None of you get weather. Kind of not true, because I do have Sun Shower, but that's on switching. I mean, yeah, and Manual says what I need. So my only trapper that has weather is Eden, but she has the current weather. You can select. We can definitely slog through, although I'll probably want to change the weather at some point. In that case, it's probably better just to lead Eden, especially bulky. trap, get poison traps down. Poison traps are very good as a whole across the board, I believe. Like, the Kanagara is immune, but everything else kind of hates it. Was easy to slog through the Aurora, yeah. But I will probably change it, ideally. But let's look at other things. So theoretically, like, because Erin's not going to take much from this Renko. Her stab, Moonbow's not going to do much. Field Break is resisted. I have Laplas. It's going to do nothing. It don't matter. You make it to mine. It might matter. Wait, Sandevil's the outspeed. Sandevil's the speed one, right? It doesn't matter. She's gonna outspeed me anyway. I don't really like the damage over time though, and the power Maribel obviously. So power Marissa thing is running light, dark. Dude, it's got light, dark, sound, and warped. Is that stealth kill? Light, dark, sound, warped. All on the physical side. Makes sense, of course. Use you. What moves again? Is it change? No, there is no changeling. There's Panic Call. The thing is, if extra Letty matches up well to something, I can, like, kind of 2-for-1 Letty. I mean, extra Letty is physically bulky. It's immune to Dust Storm damage. Probably bringing you, and theoretically you can maybe beat 2 puppets. At the very least, slow down the Marissa for a second. Fucking Dancing Rain. Oh, Dancing Rain sucks. Okay, let's look at other things. Kanagara. Fire, Steel, Dark, Changeling, Wind. Fire and Water stands out a lot. Fire, Water, and Warp stands out a lot. It's physical attacker, right? Yep. Team this team it's mixed. Steel, Fire, Wind. It's also immune to Fire, which sucks. I mean, you're immune to fire. Resist steel. Quad resist steel. Resist wind, and then are neutral to electric. Problem is you don't threaten a ton in return. You're physically bulky is my slight issue there. Honestly, the extra Letty is honestly not even that bad here either. probably just... What was I just looking at? It's probably just you. Aya is theoretically beat by you. I don't know how much theoretical it is. Extra Parsi. You Letty Glaze, yep. Dark Spirit, Impulse, Poison Bomb, Pollen Mist. So it's... Dark Spirit. It's Impulse. Chancellor, small Chancellor Spadef, so it's just Nether, Warp, Poison, and Nature. Let's look at the Maribel first, because the Maribel's just Illusion Dark, which is a lot easier to counter than Illusion and Light. I think. Actually, I think that's wrong. Yeah, that one is wrong. Well... A Raymu would go hard right now. So the thing is about these last few slots is because of the nature of the choice items is I kind of have my own luxury in what I'm countering things with. Okay, but regardless, they do need to be specially bulky. Obviously, Kaguya can come in on Nether. She can come in on can't come in on the Maribel at all. You can kind of come in on the Parsi for almost everything. Sort of. Okay, so Illusion of Bend to Steel, Nether, and Void. I have a distinct lack of steel-based puppets right now. That aren't weak to dark. So instead of looking for that, what can come in on Catastrophe? Say it's neutral or it's boosted. Void, Steel, or Nether, and that's kind of the gist of it. I could just go the specially defensive version. What does the special defensive one have by now? I mean, you have already seen it. It's Thermit. Although I'm already getting poison traps down, so this thing's always going to be poisoned. Void doesn't really do anything else defensively is kind of the annoying thing. What other Nether-based puppets? We got you. So you can come in on Catastrophe. You could come in on Impulse. No, I mean, probably on Impulse. Poison Bomb, though, as well. Fortunately, you just don't have a great tight matchup. Well, is that even true? Because hold on, so you Aya is sort of Marissa, Renko, Kanagara. Kind of like you for the Marissa, some more Marissa support. For your primary Marissa support and your secondary Marissa support. And then we just need 2 massive special bulks in the back. Or her 2 massive special bulks. Goat. My goat. Ranchima struggles here. Like, I kind of need 2 puppets for... Because if I'm doing this... I mean, theoretically, you could take a catastrophe. How do I tank a Dark Sweets? My own Dark, Fighting, or Illusion. Thank you for the Letties, Pazoots. We're physically bulky, but you probably still do eat fairly well. Obviously, you eat the Dark Sweets. Kind of just interested in Defense U, although I do kind of want to go Extra U. Maybe I just go Defense U, though. For the, was it Illusion Poison? Can come in on Dark Sweets, can come in on Poison Bomb, can... Yeah, neutral Impulse. Can't really rely on you to be the catastrophe, though, since you really do need to handle the Kanagara. The Kanagara is definitely probably the thing I handle by far the least well. My issue with you is that there's nothing to single-handedly handle Catastrophe and Dark Sweets. Same thing with you. It's Nether into Dark. It's neutral. I mean, you can handle Dark Sweets, Impulse, and Poison Bomb, and probably to a degree Starving Spirit. And potentially Catastrophe. I mean, you probably are good into a lot of that. Really bad potentially into Kanagara. And then... definitely need something for Pollen Mist. Although I mean, you kind of just, like, bend over Pollen Mist, right? So I don't necessarily need a Pollen Mist. Starving Spirit and or Catastrophe. You kind of handled the Nether and the Sound department. Does make the Catastrophe a problem, and that is kind of the biggest of the 2 problems, but... Triple E is really cool. I love Triple E. I mean, offensive U can resist Catastrophe, but I don't know how much offensive U really, like, keeps that anyway. I mean, you can probably gobble up a Catastrophe fairly well. Change the weather. Make Panic Call, do 5 billion damage. Kind of torn between you two. You're better into Catastrophe, you're better into Starving Spirit. Our view is you're also immune to sand. Literally 5 of my 6 puppets are immune to Sandstorm Chip anyway. Quite scares me. Even though I kind of have a complete one-to-one answer. I mean, Letty can also kind of help against the Kanagara. It's just a matter of how much does Catastrophe blow me up. I could even put an anti-illusion charm on someone just to help once, at least. As much as I like Deploy Smoke, Benefit Fire, Stopping Stab is too important. Injustice is cool, but I don't think I'm ever stalling. Well, hold on. So, what is Catastrophe's PP? Catastrophe's 15, Dark Sweets is 15. That's probably too much. The other thing is Calm, that's never useful. Changeling is in this fight, I guess. Not that you're ever going to be tanking it once. Talisman's Reflected. I don't think that matters, and this also helps handle the Impulse. Like, it completely handles the Impulse, which is great. Although I do have decent Impulse handlers as is, but... And you're also specially bulky. You can theoretically come in and do something, too. Okay, moveset time. So you're my only poison type. I'm just going to give you the Jar of Poison. Everything on the team needs Supernatural Border. Do I want Lazy Mist? Do I want First Aid? I'm going to take First Aid off. Lazy Mist, Heavy Rain. Water's pretty good coverage here. Nothing resists it. I don't really care for poison coverage, especially because Kanagara's here. Is weakening anything on the team relevant? Not in the slightest. Weakening actually does nothing. So I'd rather run this. In fact, I actually don't want to weak. Okay, you already have Supernatural Border. So assuming the Marissa's in, what am I clicking into a Marissa? Break shot. Spiked Stones. Spiked Stones really has a really hard time getting value here. Do I have any better Earth move besides fucking drills? I hate the drills. I hate the drills. I can't run drills. It's so bad. How bulky is power, Marissa? Not very. No nature move? That's fine. Cool. We definitely don't need Smash Spin. Definitely want Supernatural Border. So that's base. What is the thing that threatens the Konagara the most? Nothing. I don't threaten her at all. GG. Probably Thunder Force. Electric is just solid coverage kind of as a whole here. I do like having Mind Trap as well. I give you stats, right? Yes. You also have Mind Trap, though. Well, if you have Mind Trap, you don't need it. I'm gonna give you a Dragon Amulet. I'll give you a Mind Trap. Protect, obviously. What am I more offensive in? Physical department? We go Grace of Mana. Potentially this. You have Merry Dance and Inspiration and Cheer? Who fucking designed this thing? I've been sleeping on Extra Letty. It's pretty good, broadly speaking. Water is alt again, really good coverage here. Kind of had the black hole and other stuff for some niche cases, but now we just need Supernatural Border. Supernatural Border and all my stabs, I think, is just fine. I'm kind of more okay with Earth coverage than normal, even with Eye existing, because, like, the Eye is just not, like, remotely a threat. Ultra High Tone, thank you for giving me a good skill. A good sound move, finally. I don't really want Unstable Horizon, I think. Water coverage is good, I guess. Does it matter? Get in Stable Horizon. We're gonna sweep. Lullaby, hold on! Click the random Lullaby on swap? I mean, am I ever clicking an Earth skill here? I think it's Kanagara, but like, if I'm against Kanagara, that's... I'm always clicking high tone anyway. Fuck it, let's just grab it. Okay, I have 3 leftovers. You definitely don't need it. I feel like you definitely do need it. Probably you. Means none of my physical puppets have leftovers. And all my special puppets have all the healing. No point running the small bit. Where I have a life charm. No stat buffs. Who wants the life charm? I think I'll throw it on you. And then maybe on you... Let's go throw on the Thorn. We're gonna get Thorny. I can go 60. Well, I can go 60. No, fuck it. We'll do it 59. Go. I should go 60. There's no reason really not to. But we'll do it. Thorny Yuka. Oof, this is the wrong path. Right, the other annoying thing about this fight is I gotta spend 5 years traveling to it. It's like 2 minutes. It's probably closer to like 3 minutes. Or like, Horny? Yeah. It's a good one, Spooter. See, I always make that joke with Shinmyo Maru's first spell. It's a Thorny Path. I always go, Horny Path. Such a weird kind of line I'm going for. I also am not changing the weather. I have 0 weather changing. I think I'm fine to not change it. And there are, like, the only thing the weather really hurts me with, I believe, is Sumereko. What the fuck am I saying, Sumereko? Maribel. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that, like, is a problem. I think otherwise the weather is nearly exclusively good for me. Is the cliffhanger? No, I'm just checking something. I'm just checking Dust Storm to see if it has any extra effects. Double air cushion. Okay. Let's make sure it didn't have any weird thing where, like, a certain skill or something gets boosted. So they have Sand Devil, but Sand Devil doesn't boost damage. It just boosts speed. And the only puppet of mine that takes chip is Aaron. Hello, damage. Damage is ironic because his team is probably the most all-out offense with the most hyper offense team. Duststorm is the only saddest skill in the entire thing. Here's the Duststorm. It's never going away. Duststorm on you is weird too because you're a Black Choker user, but it's to make sure that it always goes. She can't swap. So what this does is it gives me full opportunities to get down some Poison Traps. Poison Trap is great against everything except the Konagara. And as I've commented before, that is... That and Maribel's Catastrophe are probably the two things I'm really concerned about. Oh. I shouldn't have... I realized I made a mistake. You shouldn't have the Thorn Charm. Just Panic Call. That's not going to do much because it's resisted. I guess about as much as Lapras because stat boost and higher base power. Okay, that's the second one. Honestly, I'm just going to heal here. Because I might want to... I don't have heal. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm going to heal here. I don't have first aid on me. Okay, something's why'd you swap? Something's taking... What? What? Wait, what? What? Well, there goes the puppet I was, like, the most scared of. I've seen the AI do some weird things. I've never seen them do that. That's probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen the AI do. Okay, maybe the AI knew what it was doing. God, save the Rego second best puppet. Well, it's either that or this being the best puppet, so... I'm gonna go into Lyrica. Excuse me, Rika. Because the Conic... Fine, I don't fucking care. You can play the swap game all you want anymore. I already won the battle. Battle's over. I legitimately think the battle's completely over. Prepare for a lot of supernatural border. Protect stalling. Oh, he's trying to, he's trying to play optimally. Oh, no, he's trying to play optimally. Why doesn't he actually throw? Let me go for the trap. There's the Parsley. I'm expecting Pollen Mist on the Protect. Maybe I can tank the Pollen Mist. Sandstorm does not kill Levitating Pokemon. That's a nice Dust Storm that you set up for yourself to damage all of your own puppets. Yeah, by the way, she has only one... No, she has 2 puppets on her team that are immune to Sandstorm, and she sacked one of them. What is this? This is Pollen Mist. I have one Pollen Mist answer, and she swapped out. Oh no! Here comes the Aya! Do for the Delaware Tech, no balls? No. It's very important that Rika does that. I don't actually sack Rika, because if Rika dies, then I'm actually back in trouble. Potentially. He's going to die on the trigger. Poison trigger and go back into Parsi and click Pollen Mist again. Going to Maribel this time. Let's do something. Yeah, she's doing something. Look, taking more poison chip. Okay, she stayed in. That means I actually have to take damage, even though this is resisted, and I'm fairly specially bulky. Now I am the stall team. It's Shalissa! Marisa! And she's getting poisoned again. Swap? I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean, Sleeper? You saw what just happened if the AI stayed in. I get thorned! Steel type for no reason. The swab and the Kanagara on that. I mean, here's the thing. Nothing was actually going to eat that move well. It was a strong water move. Like, I have a lot of damage. That was going to hurt whatever. Speaking of hurt whatever. Are you dead? I think you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. With a protect. Yeah, I even tried to save Ranko. I mean, the AI usually just does try to save its puppets as long as... But the thing is, they usually only save the puppets as long as there's something in the back that can take the hit. Not a single puppet on our team would have got one-shot by that. Okay, this is actually really bad. I think the best answer here is Acadia. Yep, that makes sense. Can I still eat that? It is a double trigger. Always do tank it. Okay, so I gotta be a little bit careful again. Just because. So hold on. Let me check something. What is Kyoko's Space Spadef? Is a bit lower. I think Kyoko will live a non-crit Pollen Mist. Letting myself protect on the last turn Maribel was in was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. I don't want to protect here. Protecting is bad. Nice crit. I can play with the crit drop, but the drop's 50%. Also doesn't matter. Okay, I didn't make the same mistake this time, which would risk the crit. But now I have a Protect on the turn she switches in. Starving Spirit should mean simple for Kyoko.
Look at her! Here she comes! She's gonna hit the field! Look at her! How cute she is! Oh, look at her! She's adorable!
Eat that up. Also, it's a good thing the Renko is still sitting in the back. Renko sure was worth saving, yeah. I mean, I probably would have been fine long term. Like, it would have made the fight harder. I probably still would have won without someone dying, but the Kanagara sack sure helped it out a lot. Guys, do you think this Renko is gonna sweep? 1 HP, heavily poisoned, Dust Storm up. I'm gonna click an attacking move. I could protect here, but I never died Moonbow. I wanna let Kyoko actually get a kill. Because she deserves it. Look at with the crit! With the crit as well. Never doubt her. Damn it, why'd you go for that move? Yeah, why did you go for the Kanagara? Okay, that means, next is you maybe. We have to deal with the worst Speed Renko, the one that sets up Aurora, that I probably actually need to overwrite. Okay, that's gonna do it for now.